As a student at BYU years ago, I had used the telephone in the Joseph Smith building and had carelessly left this wallet in the booth. After returning regularly for several days, I finally gave up my desperate hope of ever getting my wallet and the much-needed money back. 9 years later, the mailman delivered a letter. It began, "To whom it may concern." The letter stated that I was involved in some unfinished business at BYU. I wondered what unfinished business I needed to set in order, and I felt a little concerned. But I found in the Salt Lake telephone directory the name of the person who had signed the letter. I dialed the number. I identified myself. The author of the letter began unfolding her story. As the words spilled out, I learned that this young woman was now a wife and mother and had been in nurses training at BYU. She had worked to put herself through school, but she needed an additional $10 for her tuition. In spite of her earnest prayers, she was still short $10. Seemingly without reason, she'd walked into the telephone booth and found an old wallet. She held her breath as she opened it to find a single $10 bill. Then the question, was this indeed an answer to her prayer? She told of paying her tuition, graduating in nursing, and now raising a beautiful family. She then poured out her heart as she told of the suffering for what she acknowledged as sin. Sin because she had known better. For 9 years, through many moves, the old burden had lain deeply tucked away in her drawer. It seemed impossible for her to throw away the wallet, though she'd considered it many times. And yet there was no way, as far as she knew, to return the wallet. There was no identification in it. One day, while she was straightening the drawer, the old wallet surfaced again. This time she felt she must get rid of it, but only the right way. She thoughtfully opened the old wallet, and while examining it, this time her fingers uncovered a small orange card that had been tucked away previously unnoticed. There was the address of the Calgary Clinic in Alberta, Canada, where the medical exam for the student's visa had been given. With a prayer in her heart, she took a chance and sent the letter to whom it may concern. And now contact had been made. But the wallet was yet to be returned. During the telephone conversation, she indicated the wallet would be in the mail that very day. I asked her if she would consider delivering the wallet in person. She agreed that she would deliver it. At the appointed hour, we met in my office. As I approached, she smiled nervously and then stood up. She reached her steady hand, looked squarely in the eye at me, and handed me the wallet. As she whispered, "Will you please forgive me? I want to be honest." Words would not come. I could only reach for her hand and nod affirmatively. And now, as I frequently finger this old wallet that now lies in my top drawer, I ask myself, how honest do you want to be?